You may not know this about me.
They do.
But I'm an anxious person.
They know.
And when I do things that make me scared,
Yeah, we know.
do you know someone who struggles in relationships because they're insecure? Maybe someone who's anxious all the time, worrying about rejection and abandonment. If that's you or if that's someone you love, maybe you can watch this with them. But what you need to know is that anxious attachment style can lead you to sabotage your relationships. What you need to do is figure out how to overcome those attachment issues. And guess what? You're on the right channel for that, because I'm about to teach you. Now, anxious attachment style comes from the belief that deep down on the inside of you, there's something unlovable that has made everybody else treat you as badly as they have. This comes from a childhood where you were either treated badly or had a fear of abandonment and rejection. Maybe you had really critical parents who didn't spend time with you, or maybe your parents were just super busy and you never understood as a little kid why they didn't spend that time with you. You might have been in the NICU. You might have been to daycare way too early. Somehow you just learned that you're not worth time and you're not worth love and you're not worth connection. Now, this is an awful way to live. And it's really bad when you get into these dating relationships, because then you're in them and you're going, what am I going to do? How am I going to mess up? When am I going to ruin this great thing? The better things get, the worse they get on the inside. And the more you panic and the more fear you feel until you start pulling away in anticipation of the pain and abandonment. And then the other person misunderstands you, right? And they start sliding down the scale toward actually breaking up with you because now they think you don't love them. And you're bracing for impact and saying, I knew it. I knew it was going to happen. But it's been you making it happen all along. Even worse, people with anxious attachment are more likely to get attacked by predators in their relationships because they're so vulnerable. They're desperate for relationships. They're desperate for connection. They need to feel loved. They need to feel like someone cares about them. And if someone comes along and says, hey, you know what? You have some worth. You have some care. Let me show you who you are. Let me show you who I am. This is great. I actually value you. You are wonderful. You might fall prey to that. Because there are good people out there who will say that, but most people won't just walk up and start saying that to you. They're going to connect with you and slowly ease into getting to know you. The people who love bomb you, that's what that's called, love bombing at the beginning, usually have an avoidant attachment style. And they're out here pushing your buttons to try to get feelings from you. So no matter which way the wind is blowing, if you are getting hurt and led around in relationships, or if you are in good relationships where you find yourself sabotaging them out of fear of the abandonment you know is going to come, you can fix this. Avoidant attachment doesn't have to prey upon you, and you don't have to abandon and sabotage your relationships. Fix it. The way you do this is by going from that insecure, anxious attachment style to a secure attachment style, where you bond with other people, where you believe they will act in good faith upon you because you believe you deserve it. What would your life change like if you believed you deserved love? If you believed that you could be loved as a human being? If you believed you could bond with people and have worth beyond what you do for them? Well, the best news is that yes, you can change it, and you have things about you that are wonderful already, and I'm not love bombing you. I am telling you the truth. I grew up with anxious attachment style myself. I fixed it. Then I went to school to figure out what I had done. I got my master's degree in psychology. I became a licensed psychotherapist, and then I trained other healthcare professionals about attachment. Now I coach internationally about attachment. This is how strongly I believe in changing attachment, because I did it myself, and I've taught professionals how to help other people do it. So if you didn't believe before that your attachment style can change, I'm living proof right here in front of you, and I want to teach you how to do it. Step one is to find somebody you trust. Anybody. One person you believe who actually cares about you and would forgive you for making mistakes. You know, that one person in your life that you think, well, maybe they wouldn't abandon me if I wasn't completely perfect. That one person's going to be your salvation in this regard, because you're going to go to them and you're going to open up and say, you may not know this about me.
They do.
But I'm an anxious person.
They know.
And when I do things that make me scared, I often back off and then I run away.
Yeah, we know.
And when I violate my principles for other people, I hate myself. Yes, but I don't know how to stop doing it because I'm so desperate for approval. I don't think anyone could ever really love me. And it's making me do crazy things and I hate it. So I never want to do it again. Woohoo, awesome, good for you. And then you tell them, I want to have an honest relationship with you for the rest of our lives. I want to be honest with you and connect with you and just tell you how I feel and when I'm scared and when I'm worried and what I need, and you do the same for me in return. Can we please have an honest relationship from now on? This will be one of the most terrifying conversations you ever have in your life, by the way. It's horrifying. You're going to be sitting there the whole time. You might even be screeching or whispering this speech, but it needs to happen, because here's what happens is you are ripping open like Superman on the inside, showing who you are to this other person and testing reality. The worst thing that's going to happen is they say, nah, I don't really want an honest relationship with you. Or, nah, yeah, I didn't really know you were anxious, but now that I've realized that, you're a horrible person. That doesn't sound right when you say it outside and out loud. But that's what your brain thinks is going to happen, right? There's that meme. The worst she can say is no, but she says ew. No one's going to say ew. You know what they're going to say? Well, yeah, I pretty much already knew this about you because I could tell you were anxious. I didn't realize it was this bad, but yeah, I'd love to have an honest relationship with you. Cool. What does that look like? How can we be more honest? Well, we have to tell each other when something's wrong and we have to ask for help and we need to just let people know when we're kind of worried. Oh, geez, that's pretty easy. So it just solves all the problems in advance? Well, yeah, I guess so. Cool. Let's do that. That sounds low stress. And it is. This is what you're offering to other people. And then you have that relationship with them and you tell them when you are worried, when you're happy, when you want something, when you need something, and they can do the same for you. It's that level of openness and calm and relaxation and no stress, no drama, no guessing. That's what you can offer to other people in relationships. That is what you can offer. Because who on earth could appreciate that more than you do? Who on earth could push themselves into that more than you can and say, yes, this is amazing. This is what everybody needs. I will give to you what I have always wanted. Who on earth is going to be better at this than you? And who on earth will know it more than you do? This is what you've got to do. Build this into your relationships, overcome your attachment problems, and then test that. As you continue to go, things will come up and you will have to be fearful, but you will have to confront that person and say, hey, this thing is happening. Can we talk about it? Yeah, okay. And you solve it together and you get better and better and better and better. Each time something happens, you get better. And then you can give that love to that person and you can give that love to other people, that fulfillment, that openness, that connection, that trust, that bonding. You can give this to everybody. You don't have to be afraid and they don't have to be afraid. That's what you can offer in relationships. That fear that there's nothing good on you, in you on the inside, that you have nothing to give people, that you have to earn approval from people by doing things for them. No, you give them love. You give them openness, trust, relaxation, calm, and loving relationships. What is a better gift than that? So build your relationships. Guide this by using the things that make you afraid and connect to the people that you trust to share those things. Build that in. I'm going to pin a comment down below. And I want you to answer this question. What is more important in your life than a loving relationship with someone who tells you the truth and works with you on problems? Now, your answer probably is going to be nothing, but I'd love to see that stacked up. And along with that answer, say nothing. Tell me one person, one relationship. You don't have to say their name. Tell me one relationship of somebody that you're going to talk to. Who is your one person? Who is your I am an anxious person speech going to go to? The very first one. Who are you going to open up to? Drop a comment down below in that comment thread and say, hey, you know what? My sister, my brother, my best friend, my dog. No, not your dog. You're a human being. But my best friend, my partner, my girlfriend, my boyfriend, my spouse, whoever it is, drop it down below for good accountability, but drop that comment in. I want to hear from you. I want to see that accountability, and that would be cool. And I want to see everybody stacked in there so that when people scroll down through that comment thread, they see all these people committing to really deep bonding and giving that speech. Because when you see everybody else giving the I am an anxious person speech, it kind of helps, man. It kind of helps. And when you give that speech, come back, find your comment, and post. I did it, and it went well. Because I've never seen it not go well. Post that, and come back. I want to hear it. I really want to hear it. And while you're at it, make sure you subscribe to the channel because there's a ton more information on here that I want to give you about repairing your attachment and building healthier relationships. This is only step one of fixing your attachment. And once you fix it, you can boost it.